Esther Sokolov Fine is the author of Raising Peacemakers. Carol Edelsky writes, read Raising Peacemakers as a meditation or as an inspiration. It is both. Esther inspires us all to make peacemaking an integral part of our daily lives and in public schools for teaching peacemaking to be central to the curriculum. In Raising Peacemakers, Esther Fine tells a 22-year story of kids growing up with peacemaking as their foundation. At Dowton Alternative School, a small public elementary school in Toronto, child-to-child conflicts were understood as opportunities. Children and adults worked hard to create a warm, inclusive community where differing viewpoints and disagreements could be handled fairly and safely.
I think my writing is often connected to present-day events. My head is always writing. One thought for readers: slow down and read more than the storyline. Notice the technique of the writer and how it resonates with the content. I think that many people mistake reading quickly as accomplishment. I puzzle over the fact that human beings harmonize less frequently and less fully than they might. How are they, the children, to understand their social responsibilities? What are they to see as their options? Whom are they to trust? Peacemaking is an intense and serious social undertaking, huge, in fact. There is so much to learn. Peacemaking teaches language that is enduring. We interviewed Dale when he was grown up. He said, the ideal of it was what was really, really important, and something that is still ingrained in me now. Overall, just the idea of not using violence to solve problems, that's what I remember most about it. And just the principles behind peacemaking, and not necessarily the process itself. When we interviewed Ellie, she said, as a young child, she saw peacemaking and the process of peacemaking as flexible and adaptable to what people seemed to need at the time. When we interviewed Ellie when she was 6, she said, well, there were some things that excited me. One day when my class and the other class were going to watch a movie, I was called by Ann Lacey, my kindergarten teacher, and she said, there's a problem with older kids, really older kids from the other room. And she said, could you come and solve it? And I was one of the first kids to actually go to an older class and figure out that problem. So it felt good, Ellie said. First you ask, do you want to solve the problem? And then, do you want to solve it with us or the teacher? Because sometimes kids say, well, I need the teacher because this is a problem I can't do with kids. Sometimes they say, this is okay to do with kids, and then they say their sides. You ask one kid their side, and the other kid says their side, and then you ask, are you ready for solutions? And if the kid says yes, and the other kid says no, I still need to talk about my feelings, then you talk about the feelings until it's okay with everybody to do solutions. Then you do solutions. And then if somebody says, yes, that solution's okay with me, you ask if the problem's solved. If they both say yes, you cross hands and you shake them, and the problem's finished. She was 6 in that interview. Early peacemaking efforts at Downtown Alternative School were about teachers, children, and parents working together to produce what they saw as ethical, high-quality schooling experiences. As teachers, we were accustomed to a different kind of problem solving, to maintaining control. We had to learn to hold back and allow the play to resume. While we saw ongoing conflicts and confrontations, we also witnessed many examples of collaboration among children at work and play. A significant lesson can be found in the children's humor when a problem has been diffused or resolved. Kids can tell when something feels right. Sometimes there's a lot of crying during a peacemaking. Always, a teacher hovers and, when necessary, guides the conversation and sometimes takes over. A child acknowledged is a voice heard. A teacher can make an incredible impact with such a simple gesture. When we interviewed Christine when she was in high school, she said, "I know how to deal with my problems because I was taught at a very young age how to do it." They, the children, deliver problems, and Anne, their teacher, helps them articulate their sides and strategize solutions. "Take a deep breath," says Anne, "and tell me what's happening. I want to know the content of the problem."